test. In Singapore context, because of the Lehman Brothers case, so right now we want you to know your risk. So SGX has, together with MAS, has started this ruling whereby you want to buy US dollar designated stock or shares outside Singapore, then you have to sit for test, or you belong to the private banker customers or high net worth people. That means effectively you can afford to lose then you cannot blame the stock exchange or blame the government or blame the broker. Right? View the key features. So what are the features for stocks? Then here the bonds. So here they got three classes, right? Stock, exchange traded fund, real estate. Then the last group is bonds. Bonds are debt security issued by borrowers such as government or corporate bonds and raised one for financial market. Sometimes you look at financial statement, they have two sides of it. What I call the debt security, and so the other part is what I call equity security. Debt securities are what I call the bonds. Bonds, under the ruling, they pay you fixed dividend over a period of time. Sometimes it's 5 years, sometimes 7 years, sometimes 10 years. And how they price the bonds normally start with the government bond. Government bonds are supposed to be so-called risk-free bond. When come to corporate bond, they normally put in about 2 to 3% risk premium onto it. So let's say, for example, Singapore government, SGX, Singapore government security, that means the government bond, is let's say a 10-year bond. Let's say it's giving you a dividend or coupon rate of, let's say, 4% or 3%. So if government is giving you 3 or 4, say 3%, then the corporate bond, that means the high flux bond, all these things, they will have 3 plus at least 2% on, that means 5%. So before the buyer of the bonds will prepare to buy your bonds. So in a so-called countries that is having a lot of problems like Greece, so they have to price the bond maybe about 7, 8 or 9% before people want to buy the bond. So for those people who are good at trading bonds, you can get bonds as far as even up to 10% or more. Those are known as the junk bond. Junk bond, that means there's no rating. S&P and Standard & Poor's, all these they got rate the bonds. But to rate the bond, they have to pay a fee to the rating agency. So if you rate a bond, normally what I call the rated bonds, that means AAA, AA, up to B+, they are rated bond. Below that, B- and lower, C, those are no longer ranked bonds. So they have to pay higher coupon rate before prepare to buy. Right? And bonds, some are traded on the exchange and can be bought and sold at the current market price. Some of the bonds are not traded on the exchange, but they're traded on the what I call the OTC, over-the-counter market. So for that, you have to ask your broker or your banker to tell you the price. But you have access to the Bloomberg screen, you can see the price of those so-called over-the-counter bonds. And government security, that means SGS. You can ask your broker to tell you what's the price of the government security after it's been traded on the secondary market also. So take for example, you read in the paper that last time during the crisis, the Greek government defaulted on their bonds. That means government bond, they also cannot pay the interest. When they say default, that means they promise to pay you interest every 6 months or every quarterly. But when the thing due, they say, I don't have money to pay you. The government says, so you can imagine, that means the government also can go bankrupt. Not to say a company cannot go bankrupt or they can default. So the moment you default, that means the rating of the country or the company will become worse. So in future you want to issue bonds again, then you will find that you have very much difficulty to issue because the banks will not want to underwrite your bonds, or the government, the bonds, you will not have taker. That means there will be no buyer for your bonds. So stocks, the reason why you want to buy stock is dividend and capital gain. And as a stockholder, shareholder, you have voting rights. And then shareholders have limited liability. Unlike you buy, let's say you are a shareholder of a private company. Now, when you buy share in a listed company, if the company borrow money from the bank and then they defaulted, cannot pay the bank will sue the company as an identity. They cannot sue the shareholder, the minor shareholder, to claim back their money, because the minor shareholder are just investor in the company, right? That's why you say limited liability. So exchange traded fund is diversification, cost effectiveness, accessibility. So common category of ETF like Shanghai 50, S&P 500, market cap, they are very large, and small cap also, type of asset, bond, commodities, dividend yielding. Real estate investment trust, promise income distribution, and diversify, and then it's easy to buy and sell. Bonds, actually, to be frank, bonds are also not so liquid. You will notice that lately a lot of bonds are listed or issued by private bankers to the high net worth client. Retail investors, like we also got selling bond, but we only sell to high net worth customer, because each ticket, the bonds are size is $250,000 Sing dollars. So you can imagine, now the $250,000 size. So if it's priced at $1, that means you can see $250,000. So how many people can buy and sell $250,000 every other day or every other week? So it's only institution or really those high net worth people, like our Daiso boss at the time, who lose by the million one, then they can afford to buy this bonds, corporate bonds, So now you know the types of instrument available, then look at analysis. So stock analysis, we have always talked about it. FA, fundamental way, that means you use qualitative and quantitative way to assess the value of stock. And then the other way is using technical analysis, right? Using the chart and all thing. So this is just overview, so we won't go into the details about. So now look at how to get started. Time getting started. Please take time to take action. You need to take action, so you have to check with a broker to open an account to get started investing, and can provide advice and resources you need. In fact, there was a roadshow by SGX together with some of the broking house not too long ago. I think at Suntec there. So there the time there are about few thousand new investors sign up to open account to trade shares. So in Singapore context, because the shares are scriptless, so you need to have a CDB account which holds the script for you, and then you have a trading account with the broker houses. So you need to have two accounts. Both accounts you want to open is FOC, no need to pay money. So CDB account, CDB short form is a central depository parameter, because our shares are kept there, and then they will be traded scriptless. So trading account is with all the broking houses, And when you want to open an account, you need to bring your IC or your passport in case you are a foreigner, bank statement or utility bill as proof of address, especially for foreigner. And the address, if you change, you have to make sure you update it correctly. And why? Because when you buy shares, 3 days later you should receive the contract note. You will send to your official address. And when later on, after you pay up the thing, you have a confirmation notice from the CTP that show you that the share has been credited to you in a bank statement, in an account statement. That means paper transfer. If you do not update your address accordingly or what, like some of the broking house, including my broking house, they will suspend your account. That means you have 0 buy and sell limit. Why? Because there have been cases before whereby the customer entrusts the broker or the remisier to buy and sell share on their behalf, and then the address care of the remisier address or care of somebody's address. So when the broker able to do a good job for the customer, that means everybody happy. But if the customer start to lose money, and then the broker asks the customer, hey, please stop out your account because you lose money. Because you didn't receive the statement, you don't know how is the transaction done. So later on become a big case, so they reported to the government or reported to the stock exchange or reported the police, become police case. So as a result, then there are a lot of so-called stories that come out. So he said, oh, he's my good friend, 20 years good friend, help me to make money on it. But over the years, sometimes they make, sometimes they do lose. So if on average the losses are not so big, then okay lah, the client maybe accept it. I say sometimes you win, sometimes you don't make money. But not every customer are so, I mean, all human beings they look at money very seriously. Nobody treat money so lightly. So when you make money, they say, oh, you do a good job. When you lose money, they say, how come you do that? You never consult me. Wow, then all the story come out here. So for Singapore living abroad, you may open CTP account, will mail, but will through will, but find more how to do it. So next is know your brokers. A stock exchange is the intermediary between an investor and stock brokerage. That means the broking house is the in between, the middleman between the investor and the stock exchange. So they take your buy and sell order for securities and execute them in the exchange for commission, right? So broker assist, you pay certain commission. Online trade form, you pay 30% cheaper than you ask to call the broker. But if you do online, you have to do DIY, you have to do your own research and analysis, and then you have to make sure you execute your order over the computer carefully. Now, if you make mistake and then you find it on the same day, you may try to rectify it. But if you discover it much later, maybe before you go to work, you put in an order, and then instead of buy, you go and put in a sell, and later end of the day, the order done, or in somewhere on the day, you receive a SMS, say the thing done, then you look at it, I want to buy or I want to sell, how come I sell? So you make mistake, so you have to pay for your own mistake. Well, you use a broker, if you give specific instruction to buy or to sell at what price, and then if the broker make mistake, then the broker will have to solve the problem or have to absorb the error. So they tell you some of the reason or some of the consideration when choosing a brokering house or broker. So there are a few factors you have to influence your choice of broker. Here are some points. Minimum age of opening a trading account. Like my company DBS, because we do not accept somebody 18 years to open account. We only accept 21 years. Like some company, they accept 18 years to open account, right? Because legally speaking, if there's a dispute, you sue somebody in court, 18 years, the thing is considered it's not an adult yet. So there, you cannot sue the person who is less than 21 years old. You will get nothing out.
Which company allow you other?
But you can, below, you are 18 years and above, you can go to CTP and open account, and then you can apply for IPO shares directly with the bank, okay? But you cannot buy or sell the share if the broking house don't allow you to open a trading account. So you can buy the share, keep in the CTP until you're 21, then you open a broking house account to sell the share. Right?
So which one allow you 18 to 21 to open?
I think you can find out. I think quite a few of them. I think only bank-based one are big kiasu. Non-bank based one, they may allow.
But they know that if they sue the 18 to 21, they're going to lose. They still let them.
So what they can do is that they limit their trading amount, or what they do is that they want you to do a prepaid account. That means you want to buy or sell share, make sure your money must park down there first. So when you execute order, the money already available for them to deduct.
Very smart.
Next is location and accessibility. Okay, in Singapore context, it's quite okay lah. No, north, south, east, west, quite limited. The space not big there. You look at Malaysia, you open account in say Ipoh or what, then you lose money already. You run away to KL or run away to Seremban. They also find difficulty to look you up. Right. Online and mobile trading platform. If you are internet savvy and you have a reliable computer, so you can do online trading, or now that you have a lot of those what I call also on your phone, you can execute trading also on your phone. Access to products. Does the brokerage or the platform provide access to invest product you are interested in? So trading on the internet, sometimes not all the products are available. Example, maybe structured warrant and all this, or certain warrant, they may not allow you to trade. Let's say now you can buy US share online, but limited to all the index stocks or the main stock, the what I call the pink sheet stocks and those OTC shares. I don't think they allow you to buy now. Scope of research resources. One of the reasons why many people throughout the world, including Singaporeans, they like to trade US share is that because US share, you go to any of the free platform to find out, key whether Yahoo site or what Google site, you look at the stock, they come up with a lot of research material, announcement, everything, all the information are there. So effectively, you can do your own homework in the sense. So in the sense, it's very transparent. That means the company, all the information is easily available. So that's why a lot of people prefer to trade US market. Next thing is that US market, you no need to trade to the New York Stock Exchange or the Nasdaq Exchange. There are a lot of independent broking houses will take your order and execute order. You make money, they'll pay you. You lose money, they'll take money from you. Right? So that's why, example, E-Trade and some of these broking houses, these online broker, they charge you very cheap, $1 per trade or $10 per trade or $9 per trade.
MF Global.
Sorry?
MF Global.
MF Global. MF Global used to be doing for futures and currency one. So because their headquarters got some problem or incur quite big losses in their headquarters. So all over the world, everybody in Singapore, so a lot of people have to close shop. But every broker, because they charge very low brokerage, so you have to put money upfront first. So when the broking house go bust, so your money also hanging down there until all the issue is settled, then they will pay you back. And then whether they pay you back full amount or partial, that depends on how bad the company is. If the company lose so much money, they may hardly claim back anything from the broking house. So when you so-called trade to this called independent broker house, they always have an advantage over the customer because you put money into their company, right? And then as a result, they charge you very little brokerage, right? And because they provide you a trading platform, you can see the share prices supposedly go hand in hand with the main exchange, but you're trading in a not main exchange. So these are the risks that you have to value, and some of these so-called independent broking houses or brokerage, some are licensed under certain guidelines, some are licensed under certain jurisdiction. Like at one stage, I got a lot of phone calls from some of those so-called broking houses in the US, but they have offices in Philippines, very popular in Philippines. So they call you, sir, you want to buy this share and all these things. You don't need to open account or no. They call you, you want to buy share, okay. After that, they say, okay, what is your, you transfer money to this account and all these things. Very relaxed one. So I ask them, where is your clearing party or clearing house? You know, you say I buy share, you clear to what? Clear to US exchange or clear to London exchange or clear to Luxembourg exchange or whatever. But they clear to a bucket shop one, then you 參了咯. Bucket shop that means is 冇政府的啦. They are the 政府啦. They are something like the underground type of exchange.
Commodity traders.
Last time, especially for commodities trading company, buy and sell gold or buy and sell silver or buy and sell currency. My ex-army friend, he also owns a commodity broking company. You know, he also they trade midnight one. A lot along Shenton Way. A lot of those people trade overnight one. They trade from 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock until next morning 4 o'clock. So that time was boom time, Charlie. A lot of people trade. Commodity, gold, silver, all sort of oil and all. So some of them help you. Wow, at first very happy, you make money, or wow, very good. But basically, actually, their settlement is behind the screen or somebody. They manipulate the computer behind they play against you lah. Something similar to before the big sweep was officially launched in Singapore. People buy 4D is using Zapdiki or even 4D now also got what called 私营 private night. They charge you cheaper, 170 for 大水 is 80 cents or something like that. And they charge you commission is 10 cents or 5 cents cheaper lah. They don't charge you so high. But when you make money, they also take commission from you lah. So there are still a lot of people buying this 4D to this so-called private contact one. So similarly, stock exchange also got private one. So if you didn't open your eyes and ears, then you trade to these people. I mean, you make or lose small amount, no problem. But when you big amount, or the worst case is the broking house go bust, then you are really big trouble. Not too long ago, there's one oil trading company originated from this Europe side. Their headquarters go bust. As a result, the Singapore office also had to close down. So the counterparty also have to match and close the order. So as a result, but this is mainly all the big company because of oil trading, they bunker fuel one. So the man on the street less affected. Only the companies are affected. So some of the company, their whole dealing team all lost their job and all these things. And then they take a while for them to claim back their money, and then they have to offset the contract, the buy contract, offset sell contract. So you have to ask the counterparty whether they agree to set off the contract at what price and all things, so they can close the position. Actually, if you understand all this mechanism, you will also understand that even until now, not all the things are clear to a proper exchange. That's why Singapore Exchange, Singapore SGX are very aggressive to be the clearing house for a lot of things. Now, oil contract, gold contract, silver contract, iron ore contract, or SGX also want to become a clearing house for them. Because if they act as clearing house for them, that means the buyer and seller have to put deposit money with the clearing house, so that in case of the contract got some problem, the buying and selling party have what I call recourse. That means they can claim from the seller if the seller don't deliver the goods of the contract. You see. Up to now, example, rubber contract previously also a lot of them, Cymex one, also not all are got a clearing party. It's like you clear to some intermediary, you trust me, I trust you, like that, So you also can default, So right now, even up to today, a lot of things are buy and sell, like gold, those like goldsmith, all these things they clear. Not all of them are clear to a proper exchange one. They're clear to a intermediary type of thing. So the business are run that way. Like buying and selling rice also, there's no actual exchange. Also go to some intermediary. So that's why
this don't add value to us as an SGX, right? Because we are more like interested in buying and investing in share. Then they start become a clearing house. Nothing to do with us, right?
They help those participants on those commodity or the gold or the oil to have
class of people already,
so effectively SGX as a middleman or clearing house just for share only, because Singapore is a small country, our shares are quite limited. So in order for the exchange to generate more income, so they have to act as middleman for more people, more type of products, so that they can make more money for the exchange, so the exchange become a valuable share, so people will invest share. Because you don't do it, other people will do it, and if the cost of doing it is very small or not very expensive, why not? Effectively, for exchange to be, stock exchange, in case of stocks, you need to have a very reliable or very good legal system to back you up. Because in case of dispute, what is the legal cost to go? So if your country has a very good legal system, you can act as a exchange or clearing house for many things, right? Next thing is, for commodities, you need to have quite a lot good, what I call the warehousing and storage. Example, you buy and sell oil, you have to have a good inventory or storage system. Singapore have a lot of oil terminals and all things, act as storage for these oil traders. So not all the country. Similarly, for rubber also, you can have a very good storage house in certain area. So like
Singapore anymore.
not Singapore now, but I'm saying for a lot of other communities, take for example gold. Singapore got 2 or 3 gold warehouses in the duty free in Changi Airport down there. So that's why gold exchange is a viable business in Singapore now. Right?
Even oil, they don't even have enough storage already.
Okay.
Now they talk about Johor.
So next thing is like customer service. Whether the broking house got good customer service. So in case you got some problem or whether they can solve for you during office hour or after office hour. So last time we have 20, 30 broking houses. Now we have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
BNG no more already. Become RHB already.
Yeah, the name change, but the numbers is still there.
Yeah, RHB.
DMG
Oh, RHB now.
become
RHB.
because RHB
Take
took
over.
over them.
And
In terms
AM
of
Fraser also no more already.
individual, these are the two non-bank attached one. Lim and Tan and Philip Security or Philip Capital. The rest are now all bank.
AM Fraser also no more already.
Yeah.
The Korean.
Couldn't go, but the number of banks still there, but I mean.
KGI is not Korea, is it Taiwanese or Korean?
I thought Korean.
Korea. KGI.
KGI, something like that.
KGI. Because actually, broking house, for the last 2 years, a lot of them are losing money. If you are relying only on Singapore market, you're sure to lose money. Unless you have exposure to regional, Indonesia, Philippines, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Thailand and all this, then you can survive and still make some money. You strictly rely on Singapore, too small market, cannot make money. And also Singapore market is very, so-called, the market is not doing well. Right?
You know that SGX was saying that they are linking the, what do you call that, Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines. What happened to that project?
Okay, actually the project for Singapore, they love to go ahead with because it will increase our market size. But unfortunately, the other regional market, they are not interested because everyone want to protect their own turf. They want to take care of their own country interests. Right? So, take for example, Malaysia. Malaysia, actually the market is quite bad. That's why the currency becomes so weak. Thailand also the market is very bad, but they are outperforming many other countries. Why? Because the local money is supporting the market. All the fund managers are getting out of the country, but the local funds are supporting the market. So in that sense, some of them felt that we have enough muscle, enough customer in our own market. So to join hand with Singapore and then become a common clearing house is not to their advantage. No, it's more, all these linkages effectively is more beneficial to Singapore than them. So many of them are dragging their feet to join hand with you. And then also many of their broking house or their exchanges in their country are still very backward in terms of the IT infrastructure and all those things. Right? So they have not invested all the so-called the networking and all the good infrastructure. Singapore is the speed of transaction, of fiber brand, all these things, what broadband very fast. But not all the countries, their broking house have all the latest infrastructure to support them. So they will be at a disadvantage if they join hands with us. And they have to invest more on their infrastructure. Right? So that is one of the reasons why they don't want to join hands. So for those of you trading through online platform, so you have to understand whether your broker want you to put money up front, the foreign broking house and all these things, and whether should they go into trouble, how to get back your money, right? And where can you sue them for that, you have to understand. Okay, in SGX, the tools, last time I already shared with you about the stock facts, how to do your own research on the SGX website. You key in order, you can have all the 5 criteria, all these things, right? That is the stock fact. So next one is the stock fact user guide. They show you give you a guide of how to use the stock fact. Last time I give you the PDF file, you can so-called look at it, stock fact, how to use it and all these things. There are more resources. In fact, right now, SGX are doing many things to help the investing public. They conduct a lot of seminars through the SGX Academy. They give you a lot of online free tutorial on the website that you can learn about investing in Singapore, and find out about all the so-called things that you need to know. Like SGX tutorial, you look at it. And SGX now, every evening, 958 933 or what, the radio, they got those commentary about the market, all these things. They invite those speakers to give free talk on the radio also. So, tutorial, fun and easy way to learn about investment, investing. So you have introduction, you click, you can learn a lot of things on your own. No need to buy books, you can go here and learn. As long as you have quite a good internet connection, you can learn. All these are online trading academy, using graphical one, tell you all about all the using YouTube one, cost of living, so you can learn many things. I don't know any of you ever come into the website to find out more on this one. Really, you can learn many things. SGX education. So you can learn about market basic, stock market basic, other security, business and market cycle, what moves the market, not the rumors only. There are many other reasons. Merger and acquisition, economic indicators, like the interest rate environment, the ABC of stock valuation, finding value in stock, reading about financial statement, ROE. There are so many other things.
Then shares also have their own.
No.
Shares also have, Shares also have their own.
Because of SGX give them the money to do it. But now SGX, they also want to do it. Last time they want the stockbroking house to do it. We are supposed to conduct this regular talk and all these things. But you do all these things, you have to spend money. But if you don't make money, then you won't want to spend. So now SGX has to do this to help the investing public to learn. Hopefully after that, they won't follow the leader or follow the rumors monger only. They should do their own homework, right? So, tutorial, grocery. Grocery is the terms. I mean, what you mean by allotment, what you mean by analyst, annual report, etc. Take example, you buy at the money, you buy the option. What you mean by at the money, a condition that is met with an option strike price is the same as the prevailing market price. So, example, your stock ABC is trading at $125, and the option strike price is 125. Then the option is called at the money. At the money or out of the money. So if you buy an option at, let's say, the stock is trading 125, if your option strike price is, let's say, $120, that means what for you want to strike? Because you strike, you only get $120, whereas in the market it's already $125. That means out of the money already. You already lose $5, so you don't want to strike. So all the grocery A to Z. So what do you mean by all lot, over subscription, over the counter, OTC, option buyer, out of the money? So actually there are so many things you can so-called I'm out of there. Okay, man needs to come back. So helpful fact. So now we are under more resources area. So grocery SGX Academy. So you can attend a lot of training courses down there. Beginner one, quite a lot of them are online, or you have with speaker. Some of them are free, some of them are chargeable. Example, you see, search for growth, beginner course, $40 including GST available. Applied value investing workshop, FOC. So you can go to the website and see what are the free course, what are the chargeable course. Like ETF investing, world in your hand, FOC. So there are a lot of courses up to March, April. So all these are for the beginner. So example, intermediate one all chargeable lah. Intermediate one 500, 400, this 700. Real estate investment property. This intermediary one normally it lasts a few weekends or what. Then the professional one cost you 1,000. Essential or future trading 600, 3,000. Derivative trading, all this. Okay. So that is for this. Right now our.
She said, can we use the government $500 to go and study?
Huh?
Government give us $500 every year. Can we go and study?
Yes.
Oh, you mean the continuous education? You can try. Good idea.
Good idea. No age limit, you know.
Yeah, no age limit.
Yeah, no. Your grandmother will go inside.
You must go and study.
Okay, right now we come to the other one, the using your phone.
Chise, can I ask what about those like CMC market? What's the difference between those and the brokers you have?
Okay, CMC market, they are what I call individual, those booking houses. Some of them are linked to banks. They are very so-called advanced in the sense that, like now Philips are trying to do CFD and trying to do option, although they only do very limited one, and they don't have a computer system that is so sophisticated that can do multi-markets and multi-product. So CMC markets, they are very huge in terms of their infrastructure. Their computer system is very powerful, right? So they can do different market, different products, and they can write option. They can do many things, right? So it's meant for the real pro to do one, right? So if you trade to CMC market, all these things, you are only trading certain products only. They have so many products for you to do.
You can short also.
You can short, you can long, you can do many things. And CMC market, because the computer system have to cater for, especially for currency and all these things, it's round the clock, no stopping one. Not like stock market, open at this hour, close at hour. Right? Those things are continuous, round the clock trading ones. You don't need to sleep one. So if you want to participate in those type of markets or those type of product, then you trade to CMC market.
But CMC, that means are you trading against CMC for?
Yes. They are the zengke, they are the banker. You are trading against similar like the casino. They are the casino, they open already. You want to buy big, small, Lakao, or you want to buy Lorette. So they make so many type of bid for you to buy. You can trade. And then, of course, you do CMC market, unlike Genting there, you have a free mineral water, free biscuit, and free coffee. Okay. Okay, whether you're using like my case is Android system or you're using iOS system, this iPhone you go to the app there to download is called SGS Mobile, MOBILE. So once you download the apps already, like mine is what this one so the icon will be look something like that. Icon is like this one. SGX, this icon. So once you touch the icon, you get the big shape, right? Hey.